The following segment is sponsored by Smith Injury Law and 300hurt.com.
As more people get back into their routines or return to in-person work, the number of cars on the roads increases, and that means more auto collisions. Richard Smith from Smith Injury Law is with us this morning. Hi, Richard. Good to see you.
Good morning, Margaret.
Car crashes are always stressful, especially when there's an injury. So first, you want to avoid a collision by driving defensively, and you're a big advocate of defensive driving. Talk to us about the common causes of auto accidents you see.
Well, absolutely. And one of the first things, we've had some bad weather recently, and whenever it rains, we have a storm, we have a lot of water on the roads, we have a lot of accidents, especially on the interstate and even some smaller side roads. And the main cause is just driving too fast for conditions. Now, you have to drive slower in wet conditions because it takes longer to stop. You also need to always be careful of how close you're following the car in front of you, because I would have to say the majority of the accidents that I see, a large percentage of them are just rear-end collisions for people not being able to stop because they're going too fast, they're following too closely, especially in bad weather conditions.
You must see it all too often that the driver causing the accident was looking at a cell phone, maybe. Is that a bulk of the distracted driving cases?
I would say that's a large portion of it is cell phones, that kind of thing, texting, just trying to even use your phone for a GPS signal. Try to get you a hands-free system in your car and something that mounts your phone away so you don't have to look down at it when you're driving. It's very easy just to take your eyes off the road for just a split second is all it takes, and then you're in an accident. The car in front of you stops and you don't notice it, and now you're at fault in the accident. Right. So be very careful. That's just any calls or texts can wait until you're stopped. But if you have to do it on a hands-free system.
So defensive driving saves lives. Hands-free or just avoiding the cell phones in general is a great thing. And if anybody watching gets hit or is involved in a collision, talk us through the SMART reaction. What should they do immediately after a wreck?
First thing is, of course, determine how seriously you're injured. If you have a severe pain in your neck, back area, you might not want to move because you could become paralyzed if you have a broken neck if you move too much. If you don't have that situation, you feel like you're okay, or at least able to move, you want to make sure that you don't move the vehicle without the police telling you to, or if you do move the vehicles, take photographs of everything before your vehicles are moved, and then make sure that you call the police in every situation. Even a relatively low impact, call the police, make sure you have a record of it, because if you don't, the defendant's liable to lie about how the accident happened, and then you won't have then you can't get your car fixed. And as soon as you're able to, if you get any type of pain whatsoever, go to the emergency room, get checked out, make sure you don't have any injuries that are severe in nature, and then call the lawyer. Call us, because you don't want to make the mistakes that we talk about in the book. 10 different mistakes, and there's a lot more than 10 I can tell you about, but you don't want to make the mistakes of giving a recorded statement to the insurance company, not seeking medical treatment, not preserving evidence, all the things we talk about in the book, which can destroy your case before it even starts.
All right, that book, 10 Critical Mistakes to Avoid if you're injured in a car wreck, people can request that. But first, auto accidents are just one of your practice areas. Tell us a little bit about your practice and what else you handle at Smith Injury Law.
Well, we also handle workers' compensation cases in both South Carolina and North Carolina. I've been licensed in both states for many years. We also do Social Security disability claims as well. Those are our three main areas. But any type of injury that you're involved in that's due to the fault of somebody else, call us. If it's not something that we handle, I can get you to the right law firm that does handle that kind of case. Like, for example, we don't do medical malpractice cases, but I do have law firms that I work with that I can recommend for those types of cases. And it's very important that you get the right attorney for the right type of case that you have.
Absolutely. Well, people can get in touch with you, Richard Smith, by calling 300hurt or visit 300hurt.com. They can also request the 10 Critical Mistakes book that way. Richard Smith, thanks so much for being here today. We look forward to checking in with you again soon.
Thank you. Everybody be safe out there. It's always better to take a little bit extra time than to be in a hurry, cause an accident, or not pay attention to somebody else who's driving badly and be hit that way as well. So be careful.